Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, yep, 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 yep. Mm. The Denver Nuggets come away with yet another victory in a great, amazing, close, right to the finish line game that ended up being spectacular. I'm not going to hold y'all. Got a little nervous, got a little worried. The Denver Nuggets did not look like the same kind of offensive team they've been all year in the third quarter. They went into the half up six. They went down in the third quarter by 2, and yet were able to come away with a game that was extremely controversial, extremely physical, that required a lot of great play from the players that you expected from and from some that you don't. Well, y'all, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. We're growing this community to 15,000 subscribers this season. That's where we're headed. Make sure you go follow me on Playback, on the Playback app. We're growing that community. You get daily sports content from me at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m., 40 for 45 minutes of great NBA talk. Make sure you find me on the Playback app. Y'all, I am so excited because the Denver Nuggets are 8-1 on the season. This is their second best start, I believe, since the 2018-19 season, where they started off 9-1 and ended up with 54 wins. The Nuggets have won back-to-back games without Jamal Murray. They have a nice little break here before they play the Houston Rockets on Sunday, so they get a chance just to relax, have some time off, and get their bodies together. The Nuggets have basically played 7 games in 10 nights. 7 games in basically 10 nights. That's a lot of basketball. That's a lot that's been asked of them and required of them so far this season. So they deserve it, especially playing at this high of a level and winning the kind of games they've had. They've beaten some good teams. They have now beaten the undefeated Mavericks. They beat the Lakers to start the year, obviously, in a game that the Lakers wanted very badly after getting swept off the court in the Western Conference Final. They then came back and subsequently they beat the Pelicans, who, again, outside of CJ McCollum, they didn't have Jamal Murray, obviously, but were able to get a tough win down 20. And then they have another game at home where they have an opportunity to beat the Golden State Warriors, who so far this year were 5-2 and have played some really good basketball. So shout out to the Golden State Warriors. It was a very hard-fought game, a lot of controversial calls, so we're going to get to it in a minute. But again, somebody said it already in the chat. We're going to talk about this right now. The fact of the matter is a win is a win. A win is a win. And you got to get it done. You got to win, and you got to try to do whatever you can to secure a victory no matter what. Top of the morning to you as well. Shout out to y'all that are overseas, that are watching this in the morning. I appreciate every single one of y'all, everybody that's logged in watching this episode, y'all. But y'all, we got to tap into it, man, because there's some numbers to get into. I want to show y'all. So this is how the superstars played today. This is how the superstars played today. The Nikola Jokić tonight had a very interesting game from Joker tonight. Joker ends up the game with 35 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, and a block. Joker was 13 of 17 from the 2-point line for 76.4%. He was 6 of 10 from the free throw line, and he absolutely, at the end of the game, ended up smoking 2 separate attempts at the line. 2 separate attempts at the line that he ended up smoking. And it was just one of those things where you don't really know what's going on with Joker right now. Early season, he is just quite simply not making his jumpers at the line. Now, he's making his mid-range jumpers, but he's not making his free throws. And it's affecting his overall numbers. It's affecting his efficiency for sure. And obviously, you want to see him continue to get better and hit those shots. But this is the great thing about Joker, is that even when he doesn't play extremely well relative to his standards, 35, 13, 5, 3, and 1. I should go to StatHead and figure out how many games have done that. Anybody had that stat line this year, because even in Joker's, what you would call this is not even a great game. He had a 59.5 true shooting. That's a 69 true shooting on the year. And yet he was still able to overcome a very poor shooting first half, and was still able to come out with a very good game and in a game that they needed because they're just trying to stack these wins as Jamal Murray is continuing to rehab his hamstring. So shout out to Joker tonight. Joker had about 14 points inside of that fourth quarter. The third quarter. Joker had 14 points, I believe, inside of that third quarter, and he just absolutely went to work. It was a weird game because Joker, basically for like 6 straight possessions, just started calling isolation plays. 6 straight possessions started calling isolation plays. This was a really good play by Joker, by the way. This is in crunch time in the fourth quarter. Joker just finds Reggie Jackson on the cut to the basket. Ends up being a really big play. Pushed the Denver Nuggets up 105 to 102. And Joker had a couple of these plays in the fourth quarter. Matter of fact, they ended up winning 108 to 105. So this is the kind of stuff. Matt telling me just seeing all these plays far behind. Like, yeah, that's a fact. Everything delayed on our side. Joker ends up having a really good game, man. We're going to get to Michael Porter Jr. in a minute, y'all. But it was just one of those ones that was a little bit frustrating just because Joker missed those 2 lays at the free throw line at the end of the game. You know, he had some great opportunity to close it out and put the game out ahead a little bit earlier, but he just couldn't make those shots. But again, man, just dominance and pace control in the second half. Joker was 6 of 16 in the first half, and he ended the game 14 of 25. He was 8 of 9 in the second half. 8 of 9 in the second half. Joker smoked he had 8 3-pointers tonight, shot 5 of them, I believe, in the first half, and just was determined that he was going to hit one, and then did not hit them. For whatever reason, maybe it's the wrist bothered him, I have no idea, but was smoking his 3-point shots. But again, he was just able to come back, dominate inside the paint. Again, Joker was, as I said, 13 to 17 from 2-point range today. At the rim, mid-range, sombor shuffles, all kind of stuff. So shout out to Nikola Jokic with a great game tonight. And I wanted to show y'all Steph Curry's line because we're having real conversations at this point. Mile High just put up a crazy stat. Wait, the Nuggets are 34-5 since the start of playoffs last year, just saying. Since the start of the playoffs last year. So they were 16-4. 16-4. Lost this game. That's 8. You got to show me that math, bro. Are you including the preseason and stuff as well? But let me show y'all this. This is Steph Curry's stat line today. Steph Curry versus the Denver Nuggets, just 23 points, 5 assists, 4 steals, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 6 of 13 from 3, 0 of 4 from 2, 5 of 5 from the free throw line. And then he also was a 59.9% true shooting and a -10. -10. And this guy right here, that guy right here, that's the whole reason why Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has elevated himself where he's legitimately in first-team All-NBA discussions because of how dominant defensively that he has been. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope tonight, he had 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists on 3 of 8 from the field, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He was a +13 today. A +13 for KCP. And he was on the court for basically almost every single minute that Steph Curry was, except with Steph versus the bench. And his defense was electric tonight. He had 3. Caldwell Pope had 1 steals today. 1 steal, just 3 fouls, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 10 points. And he was chasing Steph Curry all over the court tonight. The Nuggets ended up winning with a 111.5 offensive rating and gave up a 108.2. Steph just continues to show that he obviously is one of the best players ever, the best players of all time. But and having an amazing year, by the way. But again, KCP KCP is just able to put the clamps on. And to have a player like KCP that you can turn to that's going to get you this kind of defense and be able to contest versus some players like this that are playing this well, it's just amazing, man. And like, you just can't speak enough to how dominant KCP has been this season so far. Isaac says, yeah, let's get to 15K. That's a fact, y'all. Let's get to 15K. Let's keep it going. Let's get to 15K. Let's keep it going, y'all. We're on the way. We're continuing to grow this community. But it's just insane, man. Basically, at some point, we're going to have to do a whole discussion about KCP defensively and showing his numbers and where he's been and the things he's done. Because, again, he has just been spectacular defensively. If KCP was not playing as well as he's been playing so far to start this year. But he's just been incredible. He really has, man. And shout out to him for how good he's been in the defense that he's been playing versus a lot of high-level guards and forwards to start this year. I want to show y'all some of these highlights from this game. I'm trying to make more time to do that. Matter of fact, never mind. No, I'm not. You know why? Because YouTube tried to get me. They tried to get me on a copyright in the last episode. I'm like, well, there wasn't no live games being shown. So, no, we will not be doing that right now. But to follow up with y'all, Michael Porter Jr. tonight, 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists, 7 of 17 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, which means that he was 4 of 9 from 2. He had 2 blocks on back-to-back possessions today. Michael Porter Jr. had 2 help side blocks. One of them led into a three-pointer off for MPJ. The other block led into a Reggie Jackson all the way down the court finish. I believe this was in the fourth quarter to help them put them back up 2, I believe. Michael Porter Jr. was a plus 13 tonight. He was tied with Contavious Caldwell-Pope for the game high today. So great game from KCP and MPJ. Aaron Gordon tonight, 14 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 of 14 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 1 block, 3 steals, and he was a plus 12. 1 block, 3 steals, and he was a plus 12. His defense was impeccable. Impeccable tonight. On Andrew Wiggins, especially. Andrew Wiggins hadn't been playing well this season, but he had 11 points on 4 of 13, minus 6. Let me read this to y'all. Steph Curry at a minus 10, Klay Thompson a minus 13, and he was 5 of 12 from the field. Kevon Looney was a minus 6 today. Andrew Wiggins a minus 6, and then Dario Saric got to start for Draymond Green, and he was a minus 12. The Denver Nuggets starter for plus 13 for Porter, plus 3 for Jokic, plus 13 for KTP, a plus 12 for Aaron Gordon, and then a plus 12 for Reggie Jackson. And then Reggie Jackson tonight, best game as a Nugget probably, 20 points, 2 rebounds, and 6 assists on 8 of 17 shooting, 3 of 7 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He was a plus 12 today. He's been a revelation. KCP's been really freaking good for the Denver Nuggets. Really good. Like, helping the Nuggets win games good. Backup point guard, 6-man. I mean, one of the best 6-mans off the bench in the NBA, basically. Like, he's been that freaking good. Shout out to Reggie Jackson, man, for how great that he was tonight. Christian Brown, 16 minutes, 4.2 rebounds and 2 assists, 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He was a minus 8. Collins Gillespie tonight, 3 points, 1 of 2 from 3, 1 assist, minus 9. Peyton Watson, 2 points, minus 8. Julian Strawther, 0 points, all 1 from the field, minus 12. So you get the picture. The Denver Nuggets bench, they struggled today, big time. The Warriors bench dominated today. Chris Paul, plus 5. Kuminga, plus 9. Jackson, good game today, a plus 4 for him. Moses Moody, a plus 6. And then Podzima, if I say this name correctly, a plus 8. So you saw where the game was won. The Nuggets starters dominated. The Warriors bench dominated. And that's kind of how the Warriors have been this year. I talked about it in the playback today. but the Warriors starters have not been good offensively, really, or defensively this year. It's been the bench unit. The Chris Paul units with the starters or the Chris Paul-led bench units that have actually been really good. The Nuggets end up shooting 45% from the field, 31% from 3, and 11 of 35. The Warriors were also 11 of 35. The Warriors were 43% from the field for 37 to 86. The Warriors were 20 of 26 from the free throw line for 77%. The Nuggets were 15 of 22 for 68%. The Nuggets only had 6 turnovers tonight. The Warriors had 9. 24 assists for the Nuggets, low scoring, low assist game. 21 assists for the Warriors. The Warriors won the rebounding battle, 49 to 45. Offensive rebounds for them, 11 to 10 for the Nuggets. 4 blocks for the Nuggets, none for the Warriors. 7 steals for the Nuggets, 5 for the Warriors, and 20 personal fouls each. 1 personal foul on Steve Kerr, and then they had a 3-second, I believe, as well, if it wasn't also another personal foul. Zeke Naji had 6 minutes tonight, -3. He just didn't get a lot of minutes tonight because Joker was playing. That's why. So shout out to the Denver Nuggets, man. Again, not a pretty game at all. One of the ugliest games of the year outside of the Timberwolves game, maybe the second ugliest, but they got to win. They don't play till Sunday. So we can have some more content coming up on the YouTube channel. They don't play again until Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time versus the Houston Rockets, who just absolutely demolished the Los Angeles Lakers, who are now in a little bit of a rut. So shout out to the Denver Nuggets for coming away with the victory. Shout out for Nikola Jokic, 35, 13, and 5. And again, just proving why he is just the best player in the world. Back again, y'all know what time it is. I will see y'all soon on the other side. Make sure to find me on playback 3 p.m. tomorrow. Have another episode as well as Friday. Monday through Friday, you can find me on playback. Make sure y'all lock in. Y'all know what time it is. We're going up, building from there, Swipa gang. Hey, y'all know what time it is. Make sure y'all subscribe, get to 15K. I will see y'all on